Hi and welcome back to my channel. Our dearest Toyin has been accused of substitutional arrest. Is where you are arrested in place of someone that is close to you, in the absence of someone that is close to you. In this case, a mother was arrested because the son that was meant for the arrest was not present as of the time of the arrest. So this same guy came online to accuse and talk to the public about what is happening behind the scene, that Toyin arrested his mom in the place of him. And what did this said guy do? This said guy in the past cyberstalked and cyberbullied Toyin, but in recent time, due to the occurrence of the arrest, he is trying to deny that he didn't do it. And Toyin, on her own side, is saying that she didn't arrest the guy's mother either. But before then, let's also go back to the tweet of a particular guy that also cyberstalked and cyberbullied Toyin Abraham. And another Twitter user came to make it public to the public that the same guy has been arrested 4 days ago as of the time he made that tweet. And he has been arrested and there is no news of him, and the mom was refused to see his son. Let's go back to the tweet that caused problem between this yellow of a guy and Toyin Abraham. On this tweet on your screen, the guy was seen abusing Toyin Abraham because she supported Tinubu to be president, and Toyin shared his idea that Tinubu shared with him, because there is this line about Toyin where people always ask her, please, you have to tell us what Tinubu told you. Because Toyin used to say, when I spoke with Tinubu, he shared a very wonderful idea. People keep asking her to share the idea to us. She finally shared the idea on Twitter, and this person by the name Yalo went further to say that Toyin's son will die. That is where he got it wrong, or that is where he crossed the line between public opinion or freedom of speech and abusing or cyberbullying someone. Let's take a look at the legal aspect of it before you say he did not do anything, that he did not commit cyberbullying. When you go to section 24 of the Cybercrime Act, subsection 2, paragraph A, the law makes it clear that whenever you say a word that threatens a person, a word that put the person in defamation, a word that is defamatory, a word that causes death or fear of death to anybody, then you are guilty of a crime. You are guilty of cyberstalking, or in some way you can call it cyberbullying. The both words are used interchangeably. You can call it cyberstalking, you can call it cyberbullying. They all mean the same thing. The law is actually against cyberstalking, and the punishment for it, you won't believe it, is very outrageous. So when you know all these laws, you will be mindful of what you say online. And what is the punishment? The punishment is either you get 25 million naira minimum, or 25 million naira, or 10 years imprisonment. In this case, you can go for 10 years depending on the judge. The judge can give you 10 years imprisonment and also to pay 25 million naira. But the law says this and this, either 25 million naira or 25 million naira, and you still go to jail. So you have to be careful when it comes to cyberstalking. It's even way beyond this explanation, but this is the paragraph that concentrates on what is going on between Toyin Abraham and this said guy that has been arrested, that accused or that told her that the son will die. Let's come over to the substituted arrest that happened with this second guy. Because according to the second guy, he's saying that he didn't say anything defamatory to Toyin Abraham. But that one aside, because I didn't even see any evidence online, but they know whatever it is that transpired between them. Let's move over to the fact that the mother was arrested in place of him. Is that legal? No. Is not legal. You can't arrest someone relative in replacement. No, that is very, very illegal, because our right is being protected in the Constitution. Our right to liberty of movement, freedom of movement. If anybody commits anything, you are going for the person straight. The family member can only be interrogated, but you can't arrest the person. And now, what happens to when they arrest your relative in replacement? What happens? What happens is that the person will get compensation and public apology. That is the punishment for arresting someone illegally, arresting someone that you are not meant to arrest. Mr. Macaroni, our popular comedian here in Nigeria, also came out to condemn the act of Toyin Abraham by saying that you should sue someone appropriately when someone cyberbullied you, that you should not use the power that you have to now illegally keep someone in custody without seeing the person to court or to maltreat the person. I'll leave a screenshot of his tweet on the screen for you to read out. He outrightly condemned Toyin Abraham's action. Let's take a moment and read out the way it is written under the Cybercrime Act, the punishment for cyberstalking, the one that connects this issue, because there are so many definitions of cyberstalking, but the one that is related to the issue, let's read it out the way it is written on Cybercrime Act. Let's go to section 24, subsection 2, paragraph A, which reads, to bully, threaten, or harass another person where such communication places another person in fear of death, violence, or bodily harm, or to another person. And down here they said, any person that commits the offense under this act shall be liable on conviction in the case of paragraph A and B of the subsection to imprisonment for a term of 10 years and a minimum or a minimum of 25 million naira. Just search it on your phone. Cybercrime Act, section 24 of the Cybercrime Act. You will see it there. So we have to be careful of what we do and what we say to the public. Freedom of speech is there, but there are boundaries between freedom of speech and you insulting, cyberbullying, defaming another person. So we ought to be careful. That is it about Toyin Abraham and these two Twitter handlers that cyberstalk her and the consequences they are facing and the illegality to some extent of what she did to these Twitter handlers. Have you been wondering why someone that committed suicide has been arrested or was arrested instead of attending to the person's emotional need? That is because the law is totally against attempted suicide. See, the law is actually out there. It doesn't mix emotions. The law they are stated. Once you go against it, you'll be arrested. Attempted suicide is actually a crime here in Nigeria which demands 1 year imprisonment. Let's go into details of the attempted suicide that we have recorded in Nigeria this week. And this specific case, or this very trending case, is the case of this Hausa man. I'll leave the picture on the screen, that climbed a mast with a placard that a lot of things were written on. One, to return the subsidy, fuel subsidy, to reduce hunger, food security, and many other things. I'll leave it on the screen, all that he mentioned that the government must fulfill before he will come down from that mast. As funny as it sounds, this is a frustrated Nigeria that really wants things to work out. And you don't even know the situation of this man before he climbed the mast. Maybe he couldn't even afford 1 square meal a day. Maybe he's among the Nigerians that can't even afford 1 square meal a day, not talk of wear clothes or talk of luxury. So he got frustrated to the point that he told himself that he's going to climb this mast, and until the government provide that. But one thing he doesn't know is that even if the government is going to provide all these things that he needs, it's not going to be in hours. It's not even going to be in days. It's something that will take gradual process, if at all it will happen. So, but luckily for this guy, he was rescued, he was brought down. But some people are against, or some people we are talking about, why are they arresting him? Sis, why they are arresting him is that he attempted suicide. And in Nigerian law, attempted suicide is a crime which demands 1 year imprisonment. But the police came out to tell us that he is always in police custody, but before he will be charged to court for attempted suicide, he has been taken for mental evaluation. Now, once he's out from mental evaluation and he's okay in the head, once he's out from the mental evaluation and he's mentally stable, he will be sued for attempted suicide. In this case, no sentiment, no emotion, because it's already stated there. Now, talk about you protesting for for change is a different thing than attempting to commit suicide. But according to the guy, that he will fall out from there if government did not put these things in place, meaning he will fall off and die. So if you actually want to protest against all these things, walk on the street. Walk on the street. Nobody is going to arrest you that you're walking and protesting peacefully, unless in cases where government want to make it violent. So he attempted suicide, and legally he will be sued after the mental evaluation and he's found stable. Then he will be sued. Moving on to this girl that granted a podcast interview by this Yoruba actress. I believe their picture on the screen. She granted an interview, and in that interview she confessed to committing bestiality. Maybe she doesn't actually know what is bestiality, but the act of using dogs for your sexual satisfaction is bestiality, and bestiality is against the law here in Nigeria, and the punishment is 14 years imprisonment. So back to the girl, she confessed on the podcast that she has 2 dogs that satisfy her whenever she needs that satisfaction. She doesn't want to do it with men because she detests men. According to her, she was molested, abused when she was 5 years old by someone that is close to her. But the story aside, let's focus on the legal aspect of you sleeping with animal, caught sleeping with animal, or confessed sleeping with animal. Because in this case, this girl confessed with her mouth that she actually slept with these 2 dogs, and for that purpose, she faked her death. I don't know her reason for faking her death, but in a recent interview, she said she faked her death because people started trolling her. A lot of people recognized her and started sending her degrading messages. That was what led to her faking her death, so that she can exempt whatever punishments and judgment from people. And now that the whole thing is over, the whole thing is now now that the whole thing is now in the open, that she didn't actually die but she faked her death, she will definitely face the consequences. The case is even in police custody now. The police have taken over the case, and she will probably be sued, unless in cases that police doesn't want to move ahead with that. That is the only time she will be exempted from the punishment. But if police decide today that they want to sue her, she's definitely going in for bestiality, and that is 14 years imprisonment, because she wasn't just caught. She wasn't caught, but she confessed to it. So we need to be careful to the extent what we do here in Nigeria. Like they say, that ignorance of the law is definitely not an excuse. So whether you know it exists or you don't know it exists, you will still go in. Just like the case of Bobrisky, when he gave it as an excuse in court that he doesn't know that naira mutilation is a crime, it still didn't exempt him. He went in for it. That is it today about laws in Nigeria that most people break. They don't know, or the laws in Nigeria that most people find it awkward to believe, because in the case of guy that was brought down from the mast, people were against his arrest. Why will they arrest him under such circumstances that he's protesting? No, sis, he's not protesting. He threatened to take his life if nothing is being done about it. Thank you for watching. If you watched to this point, thank you so much, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and share someone that needs to watch. See you guys in my next video.